So we need to solve the triangle having sides a given by square root of 3 plus 1 and b square root of 3 minus 1. And we have the angle that is included between them. That's going to be 60 degrees. Okay, let us begin. First, let's try to understand the problem graphically with the help of a diagram. We begin by considering a triangle with vertices A, B, and C. The side opposite to angle A, which is BC, will be denoted by the letter A in lowercase. The side opposite to angle B, which is AC, will be denoted by B in lowercase, and the side opposite to C, that is going to be denoted by C in lowercase. Now in this problem, A is given as square root of 3 plus 1. Then we have B, so B is given as square root of 3 minus 1. Now we also have the angle, which is angle C. This is the angle that lies between the two sides, so that is given as 60 degrees. So using this information, we need to solve the triangle. That means here we will need to find out the measure of angle A, the measure of angle B, and also we need to find out the measure of the side C. Okay, to begin with, what we can do, we can use the fact we know that the sum of the three angles of a triangle A, B, and C, so that is going to add up to 180 degrees. Now since angle C that's given to us as 60 degree, which means plus B, that is going to be equals to 180 degrees minus C. So we're going to replace C with 60 degree, and that is going to give us 120 degree. So this is an equation. We're going to keep it aside. We'll come back to this in a moment. Next, we're going to take the help of another half angle formula. So we are going to use the formula that is, if we have tangent of A minus B over 2, so this is also given by A minus B divided by A plus B multiplied to cotangent of C over 2. Okay, which means that we have on the left hand side, we are going to find out A minus B. So A minus B means we have square root of 3 plus 1 minus B. So B here is square root of 3 minus 1 whole divided by, we have square root of 3 plus 1 added to square root of 3 minus 1. This is going to get multiplied to cotangent of C over 2. So C here is 60 degrees. So 60 degrees over 2. Let's simplify this. So in the numerator, we're going to get 2. And the denominator, we're going to get 2 times square root of 3. So this is going to get multiplied to cotangent of 30 degrees. Okay. Furthermore, we're going to simplify this. So we have 1 over square root of 3. The what is cotangent of 30 degree? Now let's find out the value. Cotangent of 30 degree. So that is equals to cosine of, it's a ratio of cosine to that of sine, where cosine of 30 over sine of 30 degree. We know cosine of 30 degree that has a standard value of square root of 3 over 2, and sine 30 degree that has a standard value of 1/2. So we simplify this, and that gives us square root of 3. So cotangent of 30 degree can be replaced with square root of 3. So that factors out, leaving us with 1. So we have obtained that tangent of A minus B over 2. So that equals to 1. Now 1 means we have tangent of 45 degree, which means that A minus B over 2, that is going to be equals to 45 degree. Or in other words, we have A minus B equals to, we're going to cross multiply 2 with 45 degree to get 90 degree. So this is going to be our second equation. So initially we obtained the equation number 1, A plus B equals to 120 degrees, and we obtained A minus B as 90 degrees. So let's solve these two angles. So now what we'll do, we're going to add equation 1 with equation number 2, which means that we have A plus B equals to 120 degree, and to it we're going to add A minus B equals to 90 degree. Fine. So we have 2 times A, so that's going to be, so 120 plus 90, that's going to be 210 degrees. So A, that is going to be equals to 105 degrees. Right? And then what we can do, we are going to subtract equation number 2 from equation number 1, which means we have A plus B over 120 degree. And from here, we're going to subtract A minus B equals to 90 degree. So that's going to give us 2 times B equals to 30 degrees. So B comes out to be equals to 15 degrees. So here we have obtained the angle measure of A and B. So we have obtained angle A, that's 105 degrees, and angle B measure, that's 15 degrees. Now, our last task will be to obtain the angle measure of C. So here we can use the law of sines. the law of sines. So we have A over sine A equals to the ratio B over sine B equals to C over sine C. So let's take A over sine A and we're going to equate it to C over sine C. So our goal here is to obtain the measure of the side C, which means we can rewrite the equation as A times sine of angle C whole divided by sine of angle A. Okay, so let's plug in the value here. So we have A. So A here is square root of 3 added to 1 multiplied to sine of angle C. So sine 60 degree divided by, we now have sine of angle A. So A measure, that's 105 degrees. Okay, now our task will be to find out the measure of sine 105 degree, because sine 60 degree, that has a standard value of square root of 3 over 2. So let's note it down. We have C measure, so that's going to be equals to square root of 3 added to 1 multiplied to sine 60 degrees, so that's square root of 3 over 2. Now let's find out sine 105 degrees. So sine 105 degrees can be also expressed as sine 60 degree plus 45 degrees. Now expand on sine 60 plus 40, we have sine of 60 degrees multiplied to cosine of 45 degrees added to cosine of 60 degrees multiplied to sine of 45 degrees. Now cosine or sine of 60 degrees, that's square root of 3 over 2 multiplied to cosine of 45, that's 1 over square root of 2 added to cosine 60, that is going to be 1/2 multiplied to sine 45 degree, that's 1 over square root of 2. So we have obtained the value of sine 105 degree. So that is going to be, so we have square root of 3 plus 1 whole divided by 2 times square root of 2. Right. So here what we can do, we can factor out square root of 3 plus 1 from the numerator and the denominator. We can factor out this 2. The square root of 2 gets to the denominator and C comes out to be square root of 6. So here we have obtained the side C as well. So C comes out to be square root of 6.